Purnamaste, Purnamaste, and everybody. Welcome to the art of the word that I am. And like always, we're going very deep, diving very, very deep, like always, to bring our unconscious to consciousness, to bring peace in heaven to earth. The kingdom is within. I am you, and I give this word to myself. I love you as myself. Welcome to the art of the word that I am. First, I want to say what just happened. In the morning, my screen fell down. There was some pieces I assembled it. It worked. Angels love me and my work and what I'm doing, even if men don't know what I'm doing. And you know what just now happened? You see that jungle? There, somewhere. There, somewhere there. I was meditating somewhere there, then I moved, and I forgot my glasses somewhere. And angels really love me. I am an angel. I found somewhere there in the jungle glasses, and you see the grass is big, the thorns, everything is there. Oh, so you have to know you are guided by love. If you follow love, impossible things. It's impossible to find glasses there, but I found it in 10 minutes. In trusting and having faith. So if we follow love, we will always find our treasures. I mean, I cannot do work, I cannot write. Literally born almost blind. On left eye completely blind. Third eye, 108 time vision. I cannot write and do anything without glasses. Well, I can walk and live. I cannot read really anything and write anything. So I'm so grateful. So grateful for my eyes and the angels that guided me to my glasses. But I'm gonna not give you the word about this now. It's just amazing. We should follow love. We are always guided like I do. I want to tell you something else. The shadow of the Cabal. You know, the Cabal, what they are doing. The shadow, controlling, enslaving humanity, manipulating humanity, judging, opposing, violating, condemning, hurting, abusing, forcefully getting the energy of humanity. They know better for humanity. They tell humanity who to be, what to live, what to do, how to live, what is good for them, what is good for their health, everything they know better. That's the cabal, that's the energy to control, enslave, master over others, rule over others, to change them, to get the energy forcefully, to control them, to get the energy forcefully from humanity, to blame them, to oppose them, and to know better for them. This is what they do when they try to enslave humanity. But you have to understand this shadow of humanity. This is the actually unconscious human shadow. Unconscious human shadow that is within every human being in third dimension, unconscious and unconsciously controlling people. You know. So what I do, people, in relationship to each other, the same energies, that unconscious shadow that has came to light now and shown to humanity how it projects fear, controls with fear, lies and deceives, violates, opposes, corrects, and gets the energy forcefully, controls. This is the same shadow that is in humanity, and humanity in everyday relationship with each other. They're trying to control each other, change each other, resist to forcefully get the energy that they expect and push and control and then even blame. So they want to control with guilt. So the other out of guilt gives them that energy. Human being actually then blames another like they owe them energy. It's controlling and manipulating the energy of others in relationships and expectations. That's control resistance. When you forcefully do not accept that somebody doesn't want to give you something and you push and force until you get it. If you don't get it, you blame, so they give you out of guilt. And that's no love. That's completely manipulating their energy. They don't owe you that energy, but you blame them maybe like they do, and you tell them they are not a good person and what you did for them in past, and you were always there for them, and then to invoke guilt, so they give you. Human beings are doing this always. And until our unconscious shadow is not conscious, everyone is doing. And you can see on Facebook, always doing this, trying to get that energy. You have to answer their messages. You have to do what they say. You have to like the posters that they tag you. Otherwise, there's something wrong. And resist and push and force when something others do not give to them freely out of joy of giving. Resist and force and try to push just to get it. So we have to look at ourselves when we want something from others, when we want to give some energy to others. If when we do not get, if we force and resist and push, we cannot accept the free will of another being that is not joyfully giving. We are acting in same energies. We want to control the energy of another and get their energy so they do for us what they want, what you want, what we want. And Cabal also blames humanity. Cabal also wants to control and manipulate and push and force their agenda upon humanity. And if humanity is not doing their will, giving their free will to them, and they blame them, and they say humanity is guilty and want to punish them. So they get forcefully that energy that human being does what they want and gives them energy, gives them rights away, gives them that energy that they want. And in relationships, we have to wake up. Are we doing this to others? When something is joyfully not given, but we expect, we are attached, we expect, we act like they owe us that energy, and we try to forcefully get that energy from them. But that's not love. You know that they suffer for you in separation from self. They are not joyfully giving And you are manipulating, controlling, changing them, even with guilt. To push and resist so long that you get it. That's control, that's manipulation. That's control, that's manipulation. That same shit what Cabal is doing. It's just the global shadow, manifestation and embodiment of the shadow of humanity in global scale. It's doing just what human beings are doing in relationship to each other and blaming each other. They don't get that energy. And now they are faced with the collective unconscious shadow that is doing to everyone what actually everyone is doing to each other always. And the shadow that is unconscious within is just manifested as unconscious puppet masters who control humanity out of that same shadow. You know, because love is joyful given from the heart. You respect another being. If they are not joyfully giving to you, it's not love. It's to create karma and suffering. You don't love them. You don't love them. You want to consume their energy like a battery. You don't love them. You just want to get that energy from them, and you don't care if they suffer. You just care to get that energy. And that's not love. That's energy vampirism, consumption of energy, manipulation and control. Exactly the same thing that Cabal is doing. Then we have to see with our friends, in our relationships, with other human beings, if we are doing just that. I am not. If somebody doesn't want to give me something that I ask for, or is not fine with my energy and their energy, I tell them, don't explain yourself. I love you. I want you that you feel good. I want you that you are happy with me and that what you do for me is love, joyful giving. I don't want karma. I don't want you to suffer. For I would never do for you what it would hurt me inside. I love you as I love myself. Don't explain yourself to me. That you don't want to do it or you don't want to put up with it in your energy is my law. I'm not doing it. And then we have to see if in relationships we control, push, resist, trying to forcefully get or even blame if we don't get. That's the shadow. Love is just, you see that they are not joyfully given. You don't want to make them suffer. You want to make them happy and be free. And you say, I love you. I don't want you to suffer from me. I'll find somebody else to do this. I want somebody to do this with me with joy. For I would never do for you something I would suffer in. I love you as myself. There's no energy consumption, no control, nothing. Like Cabal, they correct you. They know better for you. They tell you you are wrong and they know right. So yes, that's why I stopped this boy this morning. He's separated from the truth. He's so full of questions of doubts. He's searching for a truth. He's coming to a class of a master. And it's a high dimensional truth, source truth. He corrects it and doesn't even like it, but corrects it with truths of this world. He actually said that what I actually made 2 1-hour videos about, and he watched. And he's searching for truth in that shadow. And Cabal always want to destroy your truth. They know better than you. They know how you should live. They know what is the truth. And that's why I destroy every mind that wants to correct, wants to be right, wants to prove wrong. For the Cabal is always proving you wrong and know better for you and tell you how better they know. And we have to bring our unconscious to consciousness because these are the same energies. that are enslaving the world. And actually these energies are enslaving the world in relationships. Everyone is controlling another in this world, being their authority, not their own authority, and they allow others to be their authority, and nobody's their own boss, and they control the energy of another. And unconscious shadow of humanity is just manifestation of the shadow within every human being that has to come to consciousness. And yes, also this boy who has to correct, he has to bring his unconscious shadow to consciousness, for he needs my teaching, he needs my advice. I'm not teaching him against my will, against his will, but he comes and teach something. In a class he come to enter himself. Yeah, we need to stop. For what Cabal is doing, controlling, pushing, trying to forcefully get, resisting, manipulating. Most of the human beings are doing every day to each other. Correcting, knowing better. They are doing every day to each other, like a norm. So, the Cabal and what they did now, what is actually come on the light, is the unconscious shadow of humanity manifested. So humanity can see themselves that they are doing this. Like, truth is multidimensional, but the shadow is linear mind in the darkness. It sees the highest dimensional truth and it comes to destroy it with the lower dimensional truth. Like that woman a few days ago, coming telling, nobody will save you. This spiritual truth, these jokes will not save you from the technological hell that comes. She's so unconscious of her shadow that he's actually opposing, condemning with the hell that is within her. The one who saves himself and could help her so she could save herself from that hell within her that she actually lives in and sees nothing else. And she is getting enjoyment and kick out of condemning others with the hell that is within her and telling that nobody will save her. And she come to a master who would actually could bless her, and she would follow my teaching. She would get free of the hell within, and she told me nobody will save you from technological hell. And destroying the joke, comedy, which is for laughing. So unconscious of the shadow within, doing just same what Cabal is doing. You want to rise and fly in heaven, but they want to drag you down in hell and say nobody will save you from our hell. So unconscious that she needed to be blocked. The boy I mentioned before does not need to be blocked. That human beings are always opposing, correcting, violating, proving right and wrong, judging, condemning each other. You know, always. And that's what Cabal is doing with entire humanity. Opposing, violating, hurting, condemning, enslaving, accusing, judging, blaming. So you have to understand that the shadow that is controlling this world, shadow of Cabal, is the shadow of humanity. Shadow within everyone that has to take it to light. And I see it every day on Facebook bringing me that shadow in the comments. And you maybe do not see it, seems innocent. But I see the shadow what it's doing. So like Alan Watts said, so it is. When you realize that the messes that people are in are because the people are the messes that people are in. They are the messes that people are in. They are suffering in the shadow of this world. In attachments, in fear, in guilt, in resistance. Suffering in their mind. violating and opposing energy of others and consuming opposing energy of others. They call it the relationships. And the messes that they are in, that they want you to get, to free them, to save them from, they are that mess. They are in that mess because they are just like that. And you see, that unconscious shadow that is hurting them within them, outside of them, and they have problem with it, is within them. And the mess is within them. And you see, they are unconscious of their own shadow. And then things that they are unconscious of in their own shadow have total control over them in their life. So they are in the messes that they are in for, they are the mess that they are in their shadow. You see, humanity wants to correct others, oppose others, prove right, prove wrong. This is judging, violating, trying to destroy. I will destroy your truth with my belief. And then comes the opposition and violation. Opposing and violating the energy of others just because you don't like what you see. And countries are going to war with each other. It's actually the same energy. The unconscious shadow doesn't like the truth, what it sees in another country, and has to attack it and destroy it, go to war with it, because they think they're right and they're wrong. That's the unconscious shadow, always think that is right, but the wrong is within them and they do wrong and see others are wrong. And it's the unconscious shadow of on the global scale that goes to war with another nation, an unconscious shadow within a man and a woman that has to tell you that you are wrong, that they are right, that has to destroy your truth, that has to tell you you don't know, has to violate you, correct you, oppose you, judge you, accuse you, condemn you. People are doing this on Facebook and in their life non-stop. And if they would have means, like those unconscious people with unconscious shadows that rule countries, because they're same like them, they would also kill and destroy and go to war to everything what they only have now. They care about and they shadow that they can project their shadow and hate and opposition and violation. A shadow of humanity deceives, lies, deceives itself and the other. My uncle actually, he pretending he's so good, but he has another profile on Facebook and he's judging people who are poor and condemning and in the name of the government, because he likes our prime minister, who is also so unconscious of his shadow that he didn't heal the trauma from 20 years ago, and he is now blaming entire Slovenia and all other politicians and everything for that trauma he didn't heal. And my uncle is also so unconscious of his shadow that he is telling me the one thing and then is condemning, telling me to do one thing and then condemning on Facebook others who do it like they should. They don't deserve it. I'm just spitting his darkness, his unconscious shadow all over the Facebook. But everybody loves him so much. And he isn't even under his name. So unconscious of his shadow that he has to hide it. So How many times we, as light workers, we have to look at ourselves? Do we know better for others? Do we correct them? Do we oppose them? Do we violate their energy and seek negative attention when we do not like something? That's energy vampirism. That's what shadow does. That's being in unconscious shadow. Do we judge, oppose, condemn for what we are doing? Maybe they are doing. That's why I cannot take any of this and I destroy it. Because my unconscious shadow is brought to consciousness and I'm not violating anyone with my shadow, but it's integrated and healed within me. And I use it consciously when a shadow of others come to violate my energy, and thus these things that oppose energy of another and control and force and push and resist, correct, know better, prove wrong, know right, judge, accuse, condemn, that's finished. For it's the unconscious shadow that humanity is unconscious within themselves. They are unconscious within themselves. And now they see it only in the world and in the Cabal, and they are now victims. Oh, the Cabal wants to destroy us. But no, they are the messes that they are in. For the shadows of Cabal is the same unconscious shadow of humanity that they have to bring to consciousness. So they stop actually doing to others what they want Cabal to stop doing to them. Because Cabal is just manifestation of the way of living, which is opposition, violation, control and consuming of energy, deceiving, lying, correcting, knowing better, opposing, violating, deceiving, lying, to get that energy from others. So you see, Cabal deceives others. Cabal deceives humanity, lies to humanity, and then by this deception, they want to control humanity's reaction, take their rights away. So the humanity does what they want for them, give them that energy, and goes into separation from self, separation from health, completely dependent on their darkness, living in darkness, living in hell. This is what they want, this is their plan. And they lie and deceive to get it. So we have to look at ourselves. Are we sincere? Are we truthful? Are we using tricks when we try to get something from others? Are we lying and deceiving and not being honest just to get something from others? And I see people are not being honest because they project their mind, they project their and I feel their energy, I respond to it, and then they defend their mind, then they explain their mind, then they lying and deceiving, but they know they were opposing because something disturbed them within them, and then they had to oppose and violate, and I had to stop it because these are the same energies that are destroying this world, and Cabal is enslaving humanity, manipulating their energy with the same energies. And then they act, no, they lie and deceive, try to deceive me that they are love, that I don't know what they meant, and just gaslight. But and I see people on Facebook to you and to others, they always lying and deceiving and using tricks to get their energy. And in a relationship with your brother, with your sister, with your mother to you, or you to your mother, with your husband and your wife, always lying and deceiving, playing tricks and games to get that energy. That's not love. None of this is love. And it's the same things that Cabal is doing and enslaving humanity. And human being is unconscious of the unconscious shadow within the self, and then only sees the humanity, what only sees the Cabal, what Cabal they are doing. But unconscious shadow of Cabal is their own unconscious shadow. And every day in their relationship, in their way of living, they are living out of that unconscious shadow and doing same things in a personal scale that actually Cabal is doing. And if you would give them, if they would be president of a state, they would attack and kill somebody, they would go to war. Now they only can type messages and spit their negativity and opposition all over the Facebook. No! So you see, we have to look at ourselves. Are we conscious of our unconscious shadow? Are we opposing, violating, trying to be right, proving wrong, judging, condemning, accusing? That's terrible. But are we forcing, pushing, resisting, cannot let go, and trying to forcefully get, and maybe even deceive and lie to get, or blame to get? Because Cabal is doing this, and this is awful. And people are doing this in a romantic relationship, in friendship, even Facebook friendships, every day as a norm, unconscious of the shadow. Are we lying and deceiving? Knowing, are we lying and deceiving to get their energy? Or just lying and deceiving? That is unconscious shadow that is controlling humanity, lying and deceiving and what is within. Because people are lying and deceiving to each other from that unconscious shadow to control each other. The unconscious shadow is lying and deceiving them so they can get their energy. That's how it is. You know. Are we knowing better? Correcting other, opposing? That's terrible. No, because we have to. And really, we have to look at ourselves and we have to stop doing these things. For when everyone is to mind their own business, their own truth, and dance with others only in harmony, in celebration, in complementary love, and whatever doesn't resonate and whoever, they would leave it alone and focus on their truth and those who are their truth. When we will no more expect from others, trying to force and push to others, but we respect how they feel, we love them, and what they give to us is joyful giving, and we respect ourselves in the same way. Others cannot control us and forcefully get, you know, others cannot judge us, others cannot oppose us, correct us, but we are in our truth, you know, and what others are giving, we accept as love, and we don't expect nothing that is not given joyfully. And wherever there is resistance within us and in the environment, we just flow away with no resistance. And we do not know better, correct anyone, prove anyone right, but we know truth is multidimensional, and we let everyone be where they are in their dimension if we don't resonate with their truth. And we focus on our truth and those who resonate with our truth in complementary love. And we bless others to be themselves, to know the best for ourselves, because we are minding our business and we do not know better for others. No one doesn't know better for us. No one can know better for us. We are our own authority, not authority of another. No one can control us. We control no one. You know. And we allow others to be who they want to be from the heart, and we bless them to be in their truth even if different, because we don't want no one to know better for us, to correct us, to control us, manipulate us in any way. And we are truthful and sincere to others, but we don't want anyone to lie and deceive us and pretend. Whatever doesn't feel right to us, we say others to stop, because it's a resistance within us. And when others, we are in their energy, doesn't feel right to them, we want something from them. We want to give them something. there is resistance, and we just love their energy for who they are, and we do not push. And when somebody wants from us what they want, or want to give us what they want and doesn't feel right, we respect and love ourselves as others. There's resistance within us, and we say, okay, what you're doing in my energy doesn't feel right, and I would never do to you in your energy what doesn't feel right, so respect it. We correct, change no one, but we correct and change ourselves, and we care for our business. We bless others to be in their truth. There's no position, no violation. And there's no deceiving, no lying, but we are truthful and sincere, transparent to everyone that I am. Sincerely, we are the truthful. We don't want others to deceive and lie us to get our energy. And we take others as a gift of love and ourselves as a gift of love for them. And we stop violating, opposing, correcting, changing, knowing better, judging, expecting, pushing, forcing, resisting, blaming. But we are being love in action for others. We do not do to others what we do not want anyone to do upon us. There's no position, no violation. We can live on heaven and earth, bringing our unconscious shadow to consciousness, so we do not anymore see it in others, control them with others, violate them with others, but we are conscious of it within ourselves, and we choose the world of love, world of peace, world of unity, world of blessing, and no opposition. From the heart, the heavenly kingdom is within us, and the unconscious shadow of humanity controlling, enslaving the world is what human beings are doing to each other every day. And the mess that they are in is they are the mess that they are in. And everybody has to bring their unconscious shadow to consciousness to see that what Cabal is doing, human being is doing out of unconscious shadow to each other as a norm every day. When there's no enemy within, there's no enemy outside. So we will have peace on earth and heaven on earth when every human being is to bring their unconscious shadow to consciousness and stop seeing it in others and opposing it and violating what it hurts within them, but heal, integrate, and bring to light, bring to consciousness. There will be no opposition, no violation, no judgment, no forcing, no resisting, but only complementary love and harmony, and we will take each other as gift of love. There will be no opposition, but peace and love. The peace is within, unconscious shadow of Cabal that's controlling and enslaving this humanity is the same unconscious shadow within human being that human being has to bring to consciousness, for it is destroying the world. The kingdom is within, the unconscious shadow is within. The shadow of Cabal is only showing us, surfacing the unconscious shadow that we have to bring to consciousness. And it's destroying our world because everyone is, until you are enlightened, until you are whole and complete, you bring your darkness to light, your unconscious to consciousness. The shadow, unconscious shadow, controls you, and it's destroying the world. And the Cabal, the shadow of Cabal, is just a manifestation on the global scale of that unconscious shadow within human being. And I give you my word only for that, so you can bring your unconscious to consciousness. For heavenly kingdom is within you. The shadow is within you. The shadow enslaving humanity is the same shadow within human being that human being has to bring to light, bring their darkness to light, bring their conscious to, bring this unconscious to consciousness. To live in the world of peace, love, no position. The heavenly kingdom is within you. I am you. Bring your unconscious shadow to consciousness so we can live in the world of peace, world of love, world of blessing, world of complementary love. happiness, unity, joy. The heavenly kingdom is within. And when unconscious shadow is brought to consciousness, we live in heaven on earth. For we see that the darkness that is within the world and others is within us, and we don't oppose it, correct it, judge it. But I give you my word only, so you can heal it, and the world can heal it, for I healed it in myself. I have no guilt and fear. I get angry when unconscious shadow is projected at me, but I will never project my unconscious shadow at you, violate you, oppose you, correct you. I'm a teacher. I will not come under your class and teach you. No. I will never force and resist and push in you. If you tell me no, it's final answer I accept. Because I love you as myself. And I don't want to oppose and violate and know better for you. I want you to bring your unconscious shadow to consciousness and from the heart know best for yourself. And that nobody controls you with unconscious shadow and you control no one. Because humanity controls and manipulates the energy of each other with their unconscious shadow. And I give you my word only for this to end, for I'm you. And if anyone feels like you want to offer a donation to the art of the word that I am, you want to offer a support, do know that you are so welcome. And without of you, there will be no art of the word that I am. Thank you from the heart. Thank you. Thank you. And there's any blessing in my heart, let it all go to you. But maybe you receive much more than anyone could give. I am the truth that I am speaking. I didn't teach before I became the truth with no question and doubt, free of my mind from the heart, with no guilt and fear. I didn't teach before. So maybe whoever gives receives much. But I only accept free, joyful giving from the heart. That's love. Because what I'm giving you is art of the word that I am, joyful giving from the heart, love. You know. But I do white light source healing on every beautiful soul that ever offers me a donation, because without of your donation there would be no this madman in this world teaching others how to get free in this world. You help me to keep in this world, to be in this world, but blessing that you receive are infinite. And I just want to give you something more, because I appreciate you giving me energy that I require to be in this world, to teach others how to save themselves of this world. So I I don't want to chat with you. I don't want to message you because I don't like it. If I would know hate, I would use the word hate, but hate is not within me. I don't like it. I cannot stand it. But I want to give you something because you've given me something. I'm very clairsentient. I don't need to talk to you. I don't need anything. I just need, when I see your PayPal, in PayPal, your email, I connect with your energy, with your being. I do quantum white light source healing. No appointment needed. No standing still needed. My energy very strong. I give you my best energy because you given me something. But I'm silent. I don't say nothing. I only give you my word for every donation. Uh, Healing is performed. You know. I do complete healing on you because I'm grateful. But what you do with it is up to you, your fate and your work on yourself. If you don't bring your unconscious shadow to consciousness, nobody can heal you, because that unconscious shadow is hell and suffering. It's not you. But when you see that unconscious shadow that is in the world, in Cabal, in others, is within you, and you have to heal it and bring it to consciousness within yourself. You free yourself, you heal yourself. I only give you my word, and I give you my word for every donation I do healing. And everyone, thank you for your love, thank you for your joy, thank you for your beautiful energy. And please bring your unconscious shadow to consciousness, because the shadow that is destroying the world is the same shadow that is destroying humanity. in relationships every day. I give you my word just for that. For I'm love that I am you. You are not your unconscious shadow. Bring it to light. Full namaste. Full namaste.